Hello, I am back in the US. Um, Internet was not as helpful as I had hoped it would be while I was in the UK. So I didn't get to do nearly as much communication as I had wanted, but thankfully it was during your spring break, so it wasn't that big a deal. I have not graded the last couple of things just yet due to the aforementioned internet issue, but I'm back. I know that you were supposed to have spent some time working on your semester long project, and I know there are questions. I am planning on offering a Zoom session on this so people can come and we can have a back and forth. It is much easier to clarify things with people when there is someone to talk to, because I might think that I've been crystal clear, but you don't live in my head. And so it's so much more helpful to have somebody to talk to. I want to cover not just things like graphs, but how you're supposed to be thinking about this, what critical thinking is, how you're supposed to be analyzing the data, the things you need to think about. And I want to provide examples and discuss all this with you. So I need you to tell me when might be a good time to have a session. I would love to have multiple people there because the more people there willing to talk and ask questions, the clearer this will be for everyone who chooses to watch the recording. So if you would be so kind as to message me days and times that might be beneficial starting next week, as in after March 26th, um, that's when I would like to have a session. I will answer everything I can and show you examples of what I'm looking for. And when I say show you examples, I mean like talk, not a sample paper, because I'm not doing a sample paper. I don't have one. I would have to write a brand new one because I keep changing stuff about this every session, or I mean, every term. Um, there are different things happening this term than happened previous terms. And so we need to talk about some of the stuff to look at. Now, for this week, the lab, I have to tell you, this is one of the most difficult labs for most people. This is literally a critical thinking lab. This lab is here in order to kind of help get your brain working for how to do the semester long project. The critical thinking lab is literally teaching yourself to think critically. It's to try to attack things like you would if you were science. I've mentioned previously that the whole thing about science is you have to fail to disprove something. So if you think something like, um, hmm, let's say I want to say this is a pen. Clearly, I know this is a pen because it's a pen. But if I pick this up and say, this is a green pen, I know some of you are going, if I pick this up and say, this is a green pen, I promise you, I could Google and find supporting evidence proving this is a green pen. But you know what? This is not green. This is actually like gray and black. It writes with black ink. In no way, shape, or form is this a green pen. But if I wanted to prove it was, I can find supporting evidence. That's why you don't ever search to prove yourself right. You have to try to prove yourself wrong. So this lab for you, you're going to have to take something that you stated at the beginning of the term that you 100% believe is true, and you are going to have to try your hardest to prove yourself wrong. You're going to have to document every step of the way. You can't just slap it down in 5 minutes and give me like a link and think that's going to get you full points. I want you to take this seriously. Truly document what you've done. Tell me where you went in order to prove yourself wrong. What did you find? That kind of thing. If you didn't go to multiple locations to try to prove yourself wrong, you didn't really try. Yeah, I have very specific things I'm telling you to look for and stuff too. So make sure to read the instructions fully. Just know I know this is one of the absolute hardest labs to do, but it will help you tremendously with learning how to actually find the truth. And that's what this is about. We're trying to get rid of bias. We're trying to get rid of opinions. We're trying to find a fact. And there's only one fact. And so this is a way to try to get you to learn how to locate it instead of the prideful way of just trying to prove yourself correct. So I do wish you luck, and think about it as you're also considering how you're doing your paper. And then please, please, please message me about when is a good time to do a Zoom. And I guess that's it for right now. So peace out.